Hey everybody, and welcome to Zephyrflux Plays Banished. Saw this game on Steam and looked kind of interesting, so I figured I'd give it a go and see what it's all about. I played some test games and know quite a bit about it, so I decided to do a Let's Play on it. I figure I'd start off with the tutorials. We have 4 tutorials. Let's go ahead and dive in on getting started. Welcome to Banished. In this game you control a group of exiled travelers who decide to restart their lives in a new land. You'll have to help them survive. Anytime during this tutorial you can access the options menu by pressing escape. First, get familiar with moving around the landscape. You can move the camera around by pressing WASD. Okay. Rotate. I don't know why we'd ever use insert and delete to zoom when the scroll does just a fine job. Pitch. Yeah, you can't adjust the pitch with the mouse. Tell you how to get out twice. Now that we're familiar with movement controls, it's time to start playing. People you control need 3 things to survive: shelter, food, and a way to keep warm in the winter. And of those, food is insane. Each of our little guys have icons right here. That means they don't have a place to live. Homes and housing. Let's use hotkey F3. Place a house down on the outline. Collect wood for the structure and stone for the foundation. Cut down trees and remove rocks from the landscape. And just mine everything. Stockpile. Stockpile is what they use to leave all the raw materials such as like firewood, trees, firewood, logs, stone, and I think we have another resource, iron. So we've cleared an area, we made a stockpile, and a house. We got one house for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. One house for 16 people. I think that's going to fill up pretty quick. Well, any townsperson can cut down a tree or move materials from one place to another. Some jobs require specialized workers. In case of construction, you need to assign builders. Select tools by pressing this button or F2. Pretty simple to add builders. T or R. Now we got 4 houses for 16 people. Now we can do up to 10. Oh, he's really far away. What's this guy doing? Oh, we can't click on him. Click on him in a regular game, though. For sake of time, we'll go ahead and bump this up to 10. Get them looking like they're actually moving. And they are clearing that out. Well, I guess 10 times speed will knock it down pretty quick. Oh, there's no more stone in that area, is there? So the guy's gonna come over here and do it. We have low firewood. I have a feeling that's going to be our next step. Great, you built the houses for all the townsfolk. That may have seemed like a lot of work for a few houses, but now you know how to build anything. To build any structure, place a building footprint. The citizens will clear the area and then collect enough resources to build the structure. As long as there are citizens assigned as builders, they'll take care of the rest. The people are going to need food, otherwise they'll starve. Pretty straightforward. They can acquire food in a variety of ways. They can hunt, gather and fish, plant crops, grow orchard, or raise livestock. If the people are close to starving to death, the hunger icon will appear above their heads. Looks like a place to eat. So we're near a river. Easiest way to quickly generate food is fishing dock. A little fish. Rotate it around. Most buildings that produce food or other resources require workers. You can assign fishermen in the same way that you assign builders. Okay, down here again. So how many do we want? 2, 3, 4. Okay. So these 4 don't have a place to work. Well, then why don't they start building a place to work? Anyone in the game can be moved around by clicking on the title bar and dragging it around. Aha. I like that down there better. Wait while the fishing dock is built. Bump it back up to 10. These guys are still cold, you know. I guess I gotta do firewood. Dirt road. Same builders that construct buildings will prepare the road for use. After they perform construction, the townsfolk will move faster when traveling on roads. As the town grows and workers produce food and other resources from many locations, it is useful to see an overview of what the town has available. This information can be found using the Overview tool. It can be found in the Tools menu. This first window. Newsbury, name of our town. In the overview, you can see the amount of stored construction materials, food, firewood, clothing, and tools. You can also see current population, average health, hearts, and happiness, stars, as well as the current weather. Weather, what's this? Adults, students, children. They must have a school you can build. Early summer, so probably fishing is the best place to go. And why are they pointing at the amount of stored alcohol? Do we need to make alcohol? So we'll click next. When food and other consumable goods are produced, they need to be stored somewhere. Until now, the people have been placing everything in the cart that they arrived with. Let's see this thing. Place a storage barn that can hold more. Aren't enough logs to build a storage barn. Cut down more trees for construction to continue. So over here in the demolition. Oh, this time we just want to harvest trees. Last time they just cleared everything out of that area. Aha! Now the people won't be cold anymore. If the townsfolk are in danger of freezing to death, this icon will appear above their heads. If they are overly cold, the people will return home or go to the closest warm building they can find. This icon will also appear over homes that don't have any firewood available for heating. So that's what their problem is. Now wait for the storage barn and woodcutter are built. Wait while they're built. You can use time tools to change, so we're back down into our first menu. Pop it up to 10. You guys can move pretty quick. In the actual game, you can click on each one of these lots and see detailed information. I guess they don't want to do information overload in the first tutorial. Didn't I have 2 builders already? There we go. They're working. So we built a fishing dock, 4 houses, a storage barn, a woodcutter, and a stockpile. Oop, they're almost done. Storage barn just got completed, so everybody should move on to the woodcutter right here. The food is disappearing. Okay, it's dropped down to 1 times speed. You can always assign workers by using the Professions tool, but you can also change the number of workers when examining the details of a structure. Click on the woodcutter building to view these details. You can hire directly from the building. Looks like you can only fit 1 there. A worker will now start producing firewood. He or she will move logs from stockpiles, which is right here, to the building and cut them into firewood. The rest of the townsfolk will use the firewood to heat their homes. Oh, 1 dude gonna cut all the firewood for everybody. Now that the storage barn is built, the cart that the people arrived with is no longer needed. You can remove it and anything else you build using the destruction tools. And it's the same menu for our harvesting. So we can remove a structure, select the area that's got the cart in it, and the workers will remove the inventory from the cart, move to the storage barn, and then destruct the item. Telling us to speed things up a bit. Tutorial. With some maintenance and a little luck, a small town like this will survive for many years. The children will grow up, become workers, and have children of their own. New houses can be built, and the town can continue to expand. At any point, if you need help with something in the game, or a description of how a building or tool works, you can refer to the in-game help. Oh, they have an extensive in-game help system. So it looks like we've reached the end of the first tutorial. Okay. Apparently you can't close the help in the tutorial. You can read some of the help reference or press next to play the next tutorial. It focuses on resource production and survival. And it's right here. I'll go ahead and call it there for our first episode. The game showed us how to gather resources, do initial food production using the fishing dock, build houses for all of our people. We had 16 to start with, and we made it up to 19 before the end of the first tutorial. We have a storage barn for produced goods, that's probably where all the food and everything's at. We have a woodcutter to keep people warm in the winter, and we have a stockpile to store all of our logs, stone, and iron at. Oh, our firewood goes in there too, doesn't it? But I hope you tune in for the next episode. You have a good evening. This is Zephyr Flux.